All right, so now that Temporal Forces has been out for about a week now, the prices are really interesting. None of these cards are $100, but they're really relevant for the TCG playing game. All the card players are needing these new cards. They're trying them out for their new decks. But today we're going to look at the top 10 card prices, and surprisingly, some cards are rebounding. The Ghastly is doing really well. The Iron Crowns is rebounding. So it's really interesting to see some of these cards uh, rebound from their initial drops post release. So right here we have the booster box. It looks like it's on its way to $100. We'll see if it drops below like 98, 97. But right now it's around $100. I think on TCG Player you could see some boosters for like $99 plus shipping. Personally, I like to buy from like Game Nerds. They just give you really good rewards and points. But I haven't got my booster boxes yet, so we'll see when those come in. And I'm definitely not cracking them open because I'm sure you've probably heard by now that um, people are averaging like one SIR for every three booster boxes. But then there's other people getting blisters and booster bundles, and they're pulling like SIRs, or they're really having difficulty pulling illustration rares. So this set is pretty brutal when it comes to pull rates. But let's go ahead and check out the total value. So this is from pokedata.io, which takes an average of eBay sales for Pokemon cards. And so right now we have a total value of $831.10. And so Iron Leaves EX right here is showing as a top card. However, on TCG Player, it's showing that Iron Crowns is a top card. I mean, Iron Crowns. Yeah, Iron Crown EX being the top chase card, or the top most expensive card. So we had the Iron Crown EX card, and I'm sure it's relevant to the TCG game. I'm sure a lot of people, like I said, are kind of experimenting with these new cards, trying to see which cards will be the best to use. So right here, we have a market price of $64.60. However, lately, because the pull rates are really hard, right? We have a new market price of $80.73. And right here, you can see the latest sales for near mint copies: $99.97, $78.20, and another one for $99.96. So that was today as of March 24th. So really interesting. This card must be playable, and honestly, it's one of the cooler looking cards in the set. I know there's the ancient cards as well. We'll look at those too. But yeah, so Iron Crown EX so far has taken the number 1 spot. Next, we have the Iron Leaves EX card with the with the market price being $59.09. However, it shows right here that the market price has now changed to $60.98 because we have 3 recent sales around the $60 range. One for $60, one for $62, and one for $60. So Iron Leaves EX takes second place so far, and what an incredible artwork. Super sick. It's just like taking off. All right, next we have an ancient card. The Raging Bolt is in the number 3 spot. It looks like pre-release was $55, and then it was on its way down, and right there you can see that it rebounded at $52, and so the new market price is $59.75. We have some recent sales. However, I don't know if people were looking to get these cards to grade right away and flip them, and like race at the bottom, right? But we have some near mint copies at $67.89, $92.99, and $82.99. So really interesting. It's going to be fun to see in the next few weeks, like where these cards kind of fluctuate and end up, and will the order of the top chase through the cards 1 through 10, how they end up changing if they do. So right now, Raging Bolt EX is the 3rd most expensive card. All right, next we have the Gouging Fire EX card. I didn't get recent sales for these cards because it didn't seem like anything too crazy was going on with them. But we could see pre-release price for this card was $50, and now it's $38.80. And so that is the current average, and Gouging Fire EX takes the 4th place spot. All right, next in the number 5 spot out of 10 for the top 10 chase cards, or the top 10 most expensive cards, we have Morty's Conviction with that Gengar lurking right there. Pretty sweet card. That Gengar is kind of chunky though, but he looks sick though. And let's see, pre-release prices for this card was around $44, and so far it has dropped to $38.12, and that seems to be consistent that it's selling around $38 from what I've seen. All right, so I believe that was what, the number one, two, three, four, five, six. All right, so in sixth place we have another secret illustration rare. It is the Bianca's Devotion. And what's great is I've actually been playing Black and White. I've never played it before, so I'm playing that on the 3DS. So it's a fun game. But anyways, so pre-release prices were $55 for this card, and now it has dropped to $38 and continues to drop. So next week we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and do some research and we'll do an update for this set. So Bianca's Devotion in the sixth place spot. All right, next in seventh place, surprisingly, one of my favorite cards, actually. I just really like the look of the Walking Wake, but it is the Walking Wake EX card. Pre-release price for this card was $48. Now it has since dropped to $36, and so we'll see how our boy Walking Wake does in the next few weeks. Because if they're around the $30 range, I'm ready to pick up just to have in a collection, because these are honestly really great looking SIRs. And it's funny because maybe they're not my favorite Pokemon, but I really like them. Do I think it's going to be the best investment? As of right now, a lot of people don't like this set. But, I mean, gosh, like, these booster boxes are so cheap. Like, if you can, get a good price, like, for a case for, like, $5.90 or $5.85 or even lower in the coming weeks and coming months, that's probably going to be the move I'm looking to make, because the cheaper for these booster boxes, the better for returns, right? So, really great card. The Walking Wake takes the seventh place spot. All right, next we have the Airy card featuring a lot of her Pokemon team. And so really cool looking card. But however, the market says that it's about a $31 card. Pre-release price was $42 for this card. So really interesting to see the Airy card on its way down. So we'll see if it kind of rebounds and levels out around $30, because I wouldn't mind picking up this card for $30. It wouldn't be my first choice, but it does look pretty sick. All right, then we have one of the A-Specs cards in the top 10. We have the Prime Catcher, $27.35 for the normal rare, and then the holo foil, $29.59. Looks like pre-release prices for this card was $44, but I think you're averaging like 2 A-Specs so far. But we'll see how this card ends up doing. It's definitely only going to be more important to like people who play the game, unless you're looking to collect A-Specs just to have in your collection, and maybe they'll do well in the future as an investment. We'll see. They are pretty iconic, especially now that they brought them back with the new vibrant pink color. All right, and then I believe in the number 10 spot we have the Iron Boulder EX card. $21.88 is its current market value. Before, during pre-release, it was looking around $30. And so we'll see how this card ends up doing, because currently it's only selling for $21.88. And personally, I think it's cool. I like it. It's got that power stomp move looks pretty sick. So really interesting card. And then right here, the Ghastly, kind of like that Iron Crowns EX card. It's a really cool card, and it looks like the market is picking up on that, because people were pretty hyped about this card. It wasn't, sadly, we didn't get a Gengar SIR. We didn't get a Hunter SRR. Maybe we'll get that later in like some sort of version of like, like Crown Zenith towards the end of this era. But anyways, so this Ghastly card, pre-release prices were only $10 for this card. And then looks like it was selling a lot around $16 and then kind of dropped. And now it's, there's a lot of sales at around $19. You can see I added the recent sales, $19.99, $16.99 for a moderately played, and then a near mint, $8.96. So, and they provided a picture there. So the market price right now, it looks like it's averaging out at $25.96, but we will see where this card ends up in the few weeks to come, because it looks like it's, bouncing around $16, $19. So really sweet card. I would love to see it in person. And so, yeah, Game Nerds is super great. I use them. I haven't gotten Twilight Masquerade yet, but I'm waiting for those Temporal Forces boosters that I'm waiting for because I'm ready to put them in an acrylic case. I think I need some more acrylic cases though. But let me know what your thoughts are on this set. Are you gonna pick some booster boxes up now? Are you gonna wait to get booster boxes? What do you think about this set? Do you think these ancient and future cards are pretty cool? Do you think in the future they're gonna be like highly sought after? Let me know in your comments below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.